There you go.
Okay. Hey, how you guys doing? First of all, I want to say thank you to this guy here to organize this little thing here. I always like the small group, but I like also big group. Like you guys will see it in 1 hour or so. What I suggest, if this is okay with you. You know, all of you guys, before we leave to the theater, this is just my idea as a director right now. We will have a group picture here.
Oh, that would be
And I need your help, of course. And we'll choreograph somewhere that everybody will be in the picture. So that's the idea of what I have right now.
Yes!
So with the Q&A, you can ask whatever you want. You may not get an answer, but that's okay. So
do you mind if I start? Because I have some burning questions I've been meaning to ask.
Sure, you decide.
The first one
But
is...
let me say this, let me use my authority first. Let me tell you something, the fans are first. So
Yeah!
See, I'm with you guys.
Well, I want to say that the great thing about the people who are joining us here tonight is these are Seattle's hardcore Room fans. These are the people that literally fill this theater with spoons once a month.
That's the idea behind it, so.
Well, the question I just want to start open.
Wait a minute, now I'm a stubborn guy. So, let me ask you guys, since you are a fan of the room, I will put him in the spot. That was not a rehearsal whatsoever. Do you want him to talk first or you guys first? So you decide.
Yeah, you let him talk.
Okay, so my majority wins, so he's talking first. You won, so that's good. We go on with the program. Okay, we're listening.
Don't worry about it, you guys.
No.
I just wanted to ask, when did you come up with the idea for the room, and how long between when you thought of the idea, how long was it between then and when you actually made the film?
Are you referring to me?
Yes.
Well, I think we have two people on the stage, so I'm confused.
Well, then tell me when, Greg, tell me when you got involved.
Okay, well, let me respond to your question. The response is very clear. It's 12 years of my work, so again, I wanted to straight down some of this internet stuff and this and that. It's completely ridiculous, but never mind about that. I used to have, let me tell you a little story, like tendency to write something on a piece of paper. When I used to live in the Bay Area, I still, my heart is there. Long story short, you know, I decided to put in one book, then supposed to be a play, as you probably know, this is a true story. Then I decided, no, we cannot do the play because so many people will not see it, blah, blah, blah. Then I translate the script, and that's what you have. But let me also stress what I always stressed before, that nothing happened by accident. Actually, we have some people from Microsoft, so they know better than anybody else. Thank you very much. Next question.
All right, who has a question for Tommy or Greg, or both? Yes, in the second row there, yeah.
Okay, so my question is small and technical. Sex scene 1 and sex scene 3. Were those shot in the same day but different takes? Or were you reusing the same take? Or did you just redo the same thing on different days?
Well, let me tell you this way. Are you referring to me, I suppose?
Yes, you Your glory, yes.
No problem, no problem. You have no problem with me, but you have a problem with your question. But, long story short, yes. We remember when we shot the room, it's 1 to 4 minutes. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Each scene we shot only 4 times. People got confused again because they think that the same scene was reused. Well, wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me, sweetie. I know you want to say your 5 cents. I understand you want to interrupt, and then you know better than anybody else. You probably been there as a ghost. I understand all this stuff, but let me finish, and we'll let you talk too. Don't worry about it. So first of all, we have a scale 1 to 4. What this means that every scene we do 4 times. If you look at very closely, as she mentioned, number 1, number 3, whatever she tried to confuse me already. I understand that. Never mind about that. But scheme does not work. You see, that's the problem. we have a brain left and right. It's still working pretty well. So, to respond to our question, good question, it's slightly different. So for your information, it's not the same scene. And I can put $1 million on it that you'll be completely wrong. Now we can hear your comments. So what is your continued question? We don't ignore her, of course.
Okay, so my continued question then is that there's still a red dress in scene number 3, which makes me think that it's a different take of the same day, the same shoot.
Well, you see, it doesn't matter. It's the same day, the same. What's important? The important is part of the art. We are part of the art. As you know, the film is very difficult business. What's a red? If you ask me, what's a represent red dress? That would be the better question when some of your comments. But that's okay. That's okay. Any more questions relate to what you already
I
asked?
have no more questions, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Hopefully, did I respond to your question?
You did. I feel thoroughly informed.
Oh, very good, very good. You're very sweet. Yeah, next one. Oh,
Tommy, did you do the scene where you get out of bed 4 times? Because that
yes.
was awesome.
It's again. You see. By the way, By the way, let me also reference. She says sexy. That's a very incorrect statement because it's a love scene. L-O-V-E. You lost again. I'm sorry. I know you sound so hard.
Now, the scene with Mark and Lisa on the stairs, is that a sex scene?
No, it's a love scene.
Are they in love, you think?
Absolutely. Look at the Mark and say, we have a secret. I mean, how you can say secret and you kiss the girl? I mean, give me a break, for God's sake.
That's actually a painful scene.
Yes, in the back. Do you have a question?
So, Tommy, we see a lot of you in the love scenes, and I'm wondering what techniques you use to stay so strong and powerful.
You know what? I would tell you the story. You probably say, "What the heck he's talking about?" But at the same time, to respond to your question, certain people like certain stuff, and maybe I'm one of them. I'm saying I risk my case. So. I mean, let me tell you the story about love scene. Okay. All right. We actors, we have all kind of different, this is a little, I never say this, but I will say it. I don't know, Greg, if you remember that. So what happened, they covered certain part that you don't see it, but it was so difficult to cover, so they say, hell with that, let's just go whatever, okay? And what you see is a true, sincere way approach. But everybody have different. It's very, very personal thing. It's very difficult to shoot love scene, sex like she's talking sex. So it's very difficult. I don't care how open you are, how liberal you are, how whatever you are, you can be youth person still. If you have 300 people around you or 200, it's very difficult. Again, for your information, love scene, we always see it's called closing set. What this means, we have minimum people. Part of a crew, but remember we shot on 2 cameras as I mentioned before, so you still have a lot of people watching what you're doing, and it is what it is, so okay, next one.
Okay, right there in the corner.
Yes.
I was wondering, where are you from, Tommy, and where are you from?
Okay, let me tell you this way, who's the fan of the room? Okay, explain this lady after the show, or if you want to explain here, you can go forward, explain to her before I get a heart attack. Does somebody want to explain to her?
He never answers where he's from.
That's it. Come over forward here. I want you to say here in the microphone. Be smart. I always want to involve people, that's what it is. What do you want to say to her? And then, you know what? Really give her a little lesson, because she doesn't understand.
He's from San Antonio, Texas. No, he doesn't answer where he's from. He's an American, right?
That's correct.
He's 100% American. Don't be fooled by the accent. And if you don't like America, you can get out. There you go.
USA!
But now, since they are a nice group here, and I don't want to put her down because this is a good question she didn't know about. She's a very sincere person, right? So let me tell you, I studied psychology, and this will be probably someday on CNN or whatever. But let me tell you this way. The idea behind is, and that's happened to many people who come to this country. I used to live in France for your information, Grand New Orleans, Louisiana. That's a fact, okay? And I'm not scared to say I'm not scared about my heritage, etc., etc. But this is not your F business if you ask me. Never mind about that. But to be nice, let's be nice. Let's just a little bit bored. She's very sincere. That's why you understand what I'm saying, right? Hello? Hey. Okay. So the idea is people in America, as you know, we are mixed with Irish, French, Czech, Polish, Hungary, etc., etc. Our British, Canadian names. Okay, whatever we have. Okay, and let me tell you, the question what people ask is always. Let me educate you a little bit here. This particular lady. This is put down. That's the typical. If you live in the Bay Area, when you see foreigners say, "Oh, where do you come from?" 90% you put down the person. I did myself, And these people don't feel good. That's the idea behind it. Anyway, let's move on. This is a little education.
I want to ask you a question, because nobody's asked you this yet. Why so many belts?
This is the new fashion, by the way. All right. How many do I have? Can you count it?
3, 4.
It's incorrect. How many do we have here?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Who will say is 100% is 4? That's incorrect because actually it's 5. And if somebody want to verify, you can go forward and you can verify. Never mind.
Okay, you had a question. The tuxedo.
You can ask Greg too. This will have a little time, but never mind that.
This question is for Greg.
Oh wow! You see, I'm Santa Claus. All right.
Great to see you. And I have a question. What have you been doing? What are you working on right now?
Well, I actually finished 2 HBO films that are going to be coming out very soon, and I'm up for a role in the new Twilight.
Filmed in Washington.
So it'll be a pretty nice contrast to the room.
Next question. Yes.
The house that drips blood on Alex. How did you get the role, and will we see your ass in the movie?
No, you will not see my ass in the movie, but you will see my bloody thing coming from a room. And you see on the trailer. And then another thing is that they cast me as an actor, basically, So I did not direct, even though I want to, but then I decided not to, and I didn't see the clip. So then actually we did have a premiere on the Comic-Con. So long story short, yeah, they'll be showing in before Halloween, I believe, on the Comedy Central. So maybe you will like, maybe not, but who cares, right?
I'm going to try to get it here, so.
Actually, yes, you want to get, that's correct. Give me 5, yes. All right, move on.
Yes, so yeah.
What does Scotch and vodka combined taste like, Tommy?
Tastes pretty good. Did you ever try it?
Do we have scotch here? No, we don't serve scotch goods. I'm sorry.
But you can call it. That's the idea.
Yeah.
If you want to. Move on. Next question.
Oh, over here.
Yes.
Tommy, are you single? Because I am. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yes, I'm single right now. Actually, I'm excited about your vote. Move on. Next question.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah. Well, I usually don't respond to your question, but since we have just a tiny little people here, so Citizen Kane is pretty good, and I like Giants and others, classics thing. But Citizen Kane will be one of my 10.